Right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name's Katie. I'm from Dactella. Today's webinar is called Cutting Through the Noise, Agentic AI in the Real World. And that title is really intentional because at the moment there is a huge amount of noise around AI. Every vendor, every LinkedIn post, every conference seems to be talking about it. And what I want to do today is cut through all of that noise and focus on what's actually happening. What's working in practice, what businesses are doing with AI, and most importantly, what that could mean for you. I'll keep this fairly relaxed. There's no death by PowerPoint. I've got some live demos lined up, as well as some real customer examples. My colleague is also here with me as well, so if you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat as we go. This webinar is being recorded and will be sent out to you automatically afterwards. So let's start by taking a look at some stats, as it gives us some background on where we are today. As you can see, 75% of executives say AI is a top 3 priority. So the ambition is definitely there. Budgets are being approved and conversations are happening. But here's the interesting part. Only about 25% of those organizations are actually getting meaningful value from their AI. So there's a huge gap between wanting AI and making it work. And the third stat helps explain why. 78% of businesses are unprepared for AI due to poor data foundations. So, while a lot of businesses are keen to adopt AI, many are struggling to execute it into real results. The other side of the story is that while you have those businesses experimenting with AI, the market itself has already moved forward. Deloitte predicts that by 2027, half of enterprises using generative AI will be running AI agents. Not just simple chatbots or automation scripts, agentic AI that is capable of taking actions, making decisions, and handling tasks from start to finish. At the same time, the UK government estimates £45 billion in annual savings from AI adoption. And perhaps the most revealing statistic, 99% of developers building AI applications for enterprise are active in the agentic AI space. So as it says here, the market has moved. Agentic AI is no longer experimental. It's being deployed at scale. And the question isn't whether to act, it's whether you're already behind. Before we jump into the demos, just a little context on who we are. Dactella has been building communications technology for over 20 years. We now have customers in more than 15 countries, and all of our development is done in-house. That's quite important, because if a customer needs something adapted or developed, we're able to move quickly without relying on third parties. We're also fully ISO certified, which matters especially for companies operating in regulated industries or with strict data security requirements. The reason all this is important is that when you're introducing AI into your operations, it's crucial to work with a company that is stable, secure, and able to develop the technology over time. The core of what we do is a single platform that brings together all customer communication channels. So all your calls, emails, WhatsApp messages, SMS, web chat, and even all your social media. Everything sits in one place. It works in any browser and also through desktop or mobile apps. The Agentic AI we're going to show you can sit directly on top of our platform, but it can also run independently. So if you already have systems you're happy with, you can simply add on the AI without replacing everything. That flexibility is really important for a lot of businesses. Agentic AI is a term that gets used quite a lot, so let's have a quick look at what it actually means. An AI agent typically has 4 main characteristics. First, it's autonomous. It can carry out a task from start to finish without needing constant human input. Second, it's outcome focused. So it's not just there to respond to questions, it's designed to achieve something, whether that be resolve a ticket, take a booking, or update an order. Third, it's adaptable. It understands natural conversation rather than simply matching keywords. And fourth, it's proactive. It can follow up, flag issues, or move a process forward rather than just waiting for instructions. That's the key difference between an agentic AI and a standard chatbot. Let's have a look at this in practice. On the left, we have the kind of bot that most of us have experienced, a classic rules-based chatbot. Please choose from the following options. You look at the options and realize none of them match your problem. You try something anyway. It's frustrating. You ask to speak to a human and you give up. We've all been there. Now compare that with Agentic AI. Here, the customer has freely typed their query. The AI immediately understands what they're asking and what needs to be done to resolve it. It asks follow-up questions, pulls in information from connected systems, and works through the task. All of that is done in about a minute, without a human needing to step in. It's not magic, it's AI doing exactly what it's been designed to do. One thing that often surprises people is how these agents are controlled. With that teller, it's done using a simple written prompt in plain English, no coding required. You define who the agent is, for example, a customer service assistant for your business. Then you give it context about your company, your products, or your services. Then you describe its role, such as answering questions, handling returns, or booking appointments. And you can even define the tone of voice so it matches your business, whether that's friendly, professional, concise, or something else. That prompt essentially keeps the AI aligned with your brand and your objectives. It won't go off topic, and if something becomes too complex, it will hand the conversation over to a member of your team, including the full conversation history. So the customer doesn't need to repeat themselves. This allows you to remain fully in control. The AI simply extends the capabilities of your team. At .teller, we group our AI into 3 areas. First, AI agents. These are your automated frontline across voice, chat, and email. They handle customer interactions instantly, 24/7. Second, AI Copilot. This is designed for your team. It's a writing assistant built into every communication channel with .teller. With one click, it can rewrite messages to sound friendlier, more formal, shorter, grammatically correct, or even translate them. And third, AI Power Pack. Here we have tools to support communication management within .teller, working behind the scenes to extract information such as quality assurance, conversation summaries, and transcriptions. Today we'll mainly focus on AI agents, so let's move into the demos. Let's start with the AI chatbot. This acts as a 24/7 sales and support assistant. It can handle inquiries through web chat, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and SMS. It can answer questions using information from your own documents or knowledge base, and the product recommender can even read your entire product catalogue and help guide customers towards the right purchase. So rather than customers waiting for a response during office hours, they can get help immediately. Let me show you a live example. Ticket Portal is a major ticketing platform, and they were dealing with a huge volume of repetitive questions. Things like payment queries, event details, how to access tickets, the same questions coming in again and again. They implemented our AI chatbot across their social channels. The result was that 93% of inquiries were handled instantly with no human involvement. In the first year alone, the chatbot helped over 107,000 customers and saved almost 1,500 admin hours every single month. This allowed their team to focus on the more complex issues where human support really matters. Another example is Heimstaden, a residential property company with around 40,000 clients. They were dealing with a high volume of calls and messages, many of them repetitive questions. We implemented both a voice bot and a chatbot. The voice bot now performs automatic caller identification, which means by the time a customer reaches a human agent, the system already knows who they are and why they're calling. They achieved a 73% automatic verification rate, reduced waiting times by half, and saw a 38% reduction in costs. That's the type of return on investment that makes AI adoption very easy to justify. Now let's look at a live chatbot example. This one is built for a travel specialist. Everything here can be customized from the logo and colors to the tone of voice, so it fits seamlessly with your company's brand. When people are browsing holidays, it often happens outside of office hours. The AI chatbot captures those inquiries around the clock. It gathers key details about the trip they're looking for, suggests possible options. What's interesting here is that I haven't asked the question in a neat or perfectly formatted way. I've been deliberately vague and added a few typos the way a real customer might. As you can see, the AI still understands what I'm looking for and keeps the conversation moving forward. And then passes everything to a human agent when they're available. This is an out-of-hours service, but if you have staff to hand, as we said before, it can transfer the conversation over to a human. It's that simple. Now let's look at the voice bot. This uses the same AI intelligence, but over the phone. Instead of the traditional press 1 for customer service, press 2 for finance menu, the customer simply says what they need in their own words. The voice bot understands the request, handles it automatically, or routes it to the right person along with the relevant context. Another advantage is that the voice bots can also make outbound calls, for example, confirming appointments, following up with customers, or contacting leads automatically. Here are two quick examples. The first is Checkpost, the National Postal Service. They receive tens of thousands of calls each week, many of them about simple things like opening hours or delivery status. These are high volume but low complexity calls. The voice bot replaced their IVR system entirely, meaning those inquiries are handled automatically with zero wait time, allowing their human agents to focus on more complicated cases. The second example is Lesiter, a furniture retailer. They had a problem with failed deliveries because customers weren't always home when the delivery arrived. Their voice bot now calls customers automatically before the delivery to confirm they're available or allow them to reschedule. The result was a 98% successful delivery rate. And they've even added upsell opportunities during those calls. So the system isn't just saving money, it's also generating revenue. Right, now I'm going to call an actual voice bot so we can see it working.
Hi, welcome to the pub booking line. I'm your virtual assistant, Charlie. To start, please tell me how many people you would like to book for.
I'd like a table for half a dozen.
It's 6 people, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Excellent. Please tell me the date and time when you would like to visit us.
I want to come in this Saturday at 8 o'clock.
All right, so it's Saturday, the 28th of March, 2026 at 8 p.m. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for that. Are there any dietary requirements or special requests we need to know for your booking?
Oh yeah, my friend is celiac.
That's all booked for you on Saturday, the 28th of March 2026 at 8 p.m. for 6 people. I've also noted your gluten-free requirements. Please could you confirm your email address and I will send a confirmation email over to you.
katie.cox@dactela.co.uk.
An email confirmation has been sent to katie.cox@dactela.co.uk. Thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you soon.
As you heard for yourself, Charlie acts like a human, understanding context rather than just individual words. For example, when I say half a dozen instead of 6, Charlie understands exactly what that means. When I say this Saturday, he recognizes that as a date. When I say 8 o'clock, he uses the pub's opening hours to determine whether that's morning or evening. And when I mention celiac, Charlie understands that this means a gluten-free requirement and adds it to the booking notes. That level of understanding is what separates modern AI from traditional automation. And from a business standpoint, if Charlie handles 150 bookings a month without staff involvement, the investment pays for itself very quickly. And yes, we can make your AI sound like your brand as we have access to thousands of voices. Here are some examples.
Hi, welcome to the pub. I'm your virtual assistant, Charlie.
Hi, welcome to the pub. I'm your virtual assistant, Charlie.
Hi, welcome to the pub. I'm your virtual assistant, Charlie.
Hi, welcome to the pub. I'm your virtual assistant, Charlie.
Okay, so onto the email bot, where the same AI capabilities can also be applied. The email bot reads incoming messages, understands what they're about, categorizes them by topic and urgency, and then routes them to the appropriate team. It can also draft replies automatically, send predefined responses, or handle certain requests completely autonomously. It can even read attachments like invoices, images, or documents and extract relevant information from them. Which brings us to a particularly interesting case study. Most people are familiar with DPD. When your entire business revolves around moving millions of parcels, managing inbound emails efficiently becomes critical. During peak periods like Christmas or Black Friday, the volume of emails increases dramatically. DPD implemented the AI email bot to automatically categorize emails by topic, prioritize urgent messages, and automate responses where possible. The results were a 25% reduction in operational costs and a 20% increase in service efficiency. This final example is from the insurance industry. Think about the typical claims process after an accident. Customers are often waiting days for updates. From the insurer's side, thousands of emails arrive every day. Photos of accidents need reviewing, invoices need processing, and everything must be prioritized correctly. In this case, the AI email bot uses computer vision to analyze accident photos and describe what it sees. For example, it might be something like heavy front-end damage or that the airbags have been deployed. Those descriptions feed directly into the triage process, so the most serious cases are prioritized automatically. At the same time, this extracts invoice details such as totals, line items, and vendor data and sends them into downstream systems. And the results speak for themselves. Processing time dropped from around 20 minutes per case to under 30 seconds. 85% of documents are now processed automatically, and claim resolution times fell from 7 days to just 48 hours. That's not just operational efficiency, it has a huge impact on customer satisfaction. Before we finish, I want to briefly mention the other two parts of the AI portfolio. First is AI Copilot. This sits directly inside that teller for your team. Whenever an agent is writing a message, whether it's email, WhatsApp, or chat, they can use Copilot to instantly rewrite it. It can make the message friendlier, more formal, shorter, correct grammar, or even translate it into another language. It's very simple, but has a significant impact on the quality of communication and response speed. The second product is AI Power Pack. If you're running a contact center or customer support team, you know how difficult it can be to monitor every interaction. You can't listen to every call or read every email. PowerPack solves that by automatically analyzing 100% of interactions. It provides quality scores, identifies common topics and trends, and highlights potential problems before they escalate. It also generates summaries automatically, reducing admin time. So, how do organizations actually get started with Agentic AI? The simplest way is to start with a real problem. Where a customer is getting frustrated and where a process is slow or repetitive. That's usually the best place to begin. We work with you to identify the most impactful use case and then build the solution together. We've implemented solutions like this across many industries, and there's almost always an opportunity to automate something that currently consumes a lot of time. So, Today we've looked at why agentic AI is becoming so important, what makes it different from older chatbot technology, and how Dattella's AI is being used in real businesses. If there's one thing I'd like you to take away from today, it's that getting started with AI doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to replace your entire technology stack. All you need is one strong use case. So whether that be a process that takes too long, a question that your team gets asked repeatedly, or a customer journey that doesn't work as well as it should, bring it to us and we'll show you what the AI could do. Everyone who registered will also receive a free resource with additional use cases and results. And of course, the recording will be available on demand, so please feel free to share it around your team. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. If you'd like to discuss your own situation, you can reach us at team@dattella.co.uk, or you can give us a call on 0208 089 1452. Have a brilliant rest of your day, and hopefully we'll speak again soon.